Beautiful, the title song, was a song I didn't know that well prior to this. There's so many hit songs on Tapestry that it sort of gets lost in the shuffle sometimes. But talk about a great message, and to me, what I feel is a song that's so the core of who I perceive Carole King to be. The lyric in that song describes it so beautifully. And I remember reading her book and her talking about the sort of experience that led to the writing of that song was that she was riding on the train, coming into the city. She would just notice from day to day that she'd either see like everything negative that was going on, or one day she'd be riding the train and everybody looked beautiful to her and everyone looked happy and she saw the sky and she realized that it had more to do with how she was feeling that day than necessarily what was going on with others. And I've totally had that moment because you live in New York City, you spend a lot of time riding a train, and I do a lot of watching of people. And yes, some days I just see everything beautiful, whether it's the old lady, eating her snack, or it's the little kid. And some days all I can see is hard things or judgment, or how does that person survive, and what are they doing, or why are they dressed better than me, or all that stuff. And I think it does have to do a lot with how you wake up in the morning and your perspective on the world when you walk out the door. And, the song is all about you have to try to do the work within you to be the better person, to take the higher road, to put a smile on your face and show love rather than judgment or whatever it is. But, I mean, come on, sometimes that's just the hardest thing to do. Sometimes I sing the song at the end of the night and I feel like, oh man, I'm really owning this tonight, or I really feel like I'm getting the message across. And sometimes I feel like, ooh, I'm not there today, so please let this happen because I know everybody needs to hear this, but I feel like I'm not living it right now. The song is a challenge. It says you've got to, like, we got to do this, but it's not easy. I think that's what you get from watching the play and seeing Carole King's life and what she went through. I think we all have this perception of her as beautiful, warm, open, loving, which she is. I think she probably works really hard to be that way, and you get to see the things that she went through in her personal life, sort of trials and tribulations, and she did come out on top. She made beautiful art, and she's stayed a beautiful person and has done so many things in so many realms of our world to make it a better place. It's such a great thing to leave the audience with. It's like a little personal challenge of when you leave here, like, think about this tomorrow. It's that whole thing, be the good that you want to see in